Imagine standing in a museum. Glass cases surround you. Inside them are bones, feathers, frozen bodies, and faded photographs. Each display carries a silent label, a word that feels final, a word that sounds like the end of the story. But what if some of these stories never actually ended? What if, somewhere beyond human reach, deep inside oceans, dense forests, frozen mountains, or unexplored caves, life is still breathing? History has taught us something surprising. Again and again, nature has whispered the same message: you were wrong. Animals declared extinct for decades, even centuries, have reappeared, not in legends, not in myths, but alive. This is not a fantasy. This is science. Today, on Science Uncovered, we explore one of the greatest mysteries on Earth: extinct animals that might still be alive. This documentary is not about false hope. It is about evidence, about unanswered questions, and about the fragile line between certainty and humility in science. To declare an animal extinct, scientists must reach a difficult conclusion: that no individuals remain alive anywhere on Earth. But here is the uncomfortable truth. Humans have explored less than 20% of the oceans. Large portions of rainforests remain unmapped. Entire mountain ranges are rarely visited. Extinction is often declared not because we are certain, but because we have stopped finding evidence. And absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Throughout history, animals thought lost forever have returned. The coelacanth fish, the takahe bird, the Bermuda petrel, all declared extinct, all rediscovered. If extinction can be reversed on paper, what else might we be wrong about? The thylacine, also known as the Tasmanian tiger. Its stripes gave it a feline appearance, but it was actually a marsupial, a predator shaped by isolation, a creature that ruled Tasmania for thousands of years. In the early 1900s, humans arrived. Fear followed. Hunting intensified. By 1936, the last known thylacine died in captivity, officially extinct. But the story didn't end there. For decades, people across Tasmania have reported sightings: farmers, hikers, wildlife officers. Descriptions match, footprints appear, camera traps capture shadows. In recent years, governments quietly funded investigations. Why? Because the evidence refuses to disappear. Remote forests in Tasmania are dense enough to hide entire ecosystems. If the thylacine survived, it would not be the first species to avoid humanity. It would simply be one that learned. Once called the Lord God bird, because that was the reaction of those who saw it, the ivory-billed woodpecker was enormous, elegant, and unmistakable. Deforestation destroyed its habitat. By the mid-1900s, it was declared extinct. But then, in the early 2000s, something strange happened. Video footage surfaced. Audio recordings captured distinct calls. Experienced ornithologists, not amateurs, claimed sightings. The scientific community divided. Some demanded absolute proof. Others argued the evidence was enough. To this day, the ivory-billed woodpecker remains in limbo, not officially alive, not officially gone. A reminder that extinction is sometimes a debate, not a fact. Wolves once roamed Japan. Smaller than their mainland cousins, deeply respected in folklore, seen as protectors of the land. Then modernization came. Fear replaced reverence. By the early 1900s, the Japanese wolf was declared extinct. Yet villagers still speak of sightings: strange howls, unidentified tracks, motion sensing cameras capturing shapes that don't match known species. Some scientists believe hybridization with dogs could explain the reports. Others believe something else survived: a small population, hidden, avoiding humans. If true, it would challenge everything we think we know about survival in modern ecosystems. The megalodon, a name that sparks fear instantly. The largest shark to ever exist, capable of swallowing cars, officially extinct for over 3 million years. So why does it keep returning in conversation? Because the deep ocean remains largely unexplored. Gigantic bite marks have been found on whales. Unidentified sonar readings exist. However, science remains cautious. Unlike other animals on this list, there is no physical evidence of modern survival. But the fascination reveals something important. We still don't know what lives beneath us. The ocean keeps its secrets well. North America once had its own native parrot. Bright green feathers, golden heads, loud calls echoing through forests. Then came hunting, deforestation, disease. By 1918, the last known Carolina parakeet died, but isolated reports continued. Flocks spotted, unfamiliar calls. Parrots are intelligent, social, adaptable. If any bird could survive unnoticed, it would be one that learned to stay quiet. This is not about romance or denial. It is about humility. Declaring extinction is a human decision. Nature does not ask permission to continue. Every rediscovery reminds us that life is resilient, life adapts, life endures, but survival is not guaranteed. Even if these animals still exist, they exist on the edge. One road, one fire, one careless decision away from true extinction. Modern technology has changed everything. Camera traps, environmental DNA, satellites. We can now detect life without ever seeing it. A single hair, a trace of skin, a footprint in mud. Hope is no longer blind. It is measured. And with every year, the list of rediscovered species grows. Somewhere in the wild, a heartbeat may still echo. Unseen, unrecorded, waiting. Extinction feels permanent because humans fear endings, but nature writes its own rules. And sometimes, the story isn't over. This has been Science Uncovered. If you believe curiosity keeps the world alive, subscribe, because the next rediscovery could change everything.